Hello everybody, welcome back to my Eurovision channel, and today we're going to be looking at the running order and the predictions for these semi-finals. Firstly, the first semi-final. If you're new here, my name is Chris. I am reacting, reviewing, analyzing, looking at a number of different aspects running up to Eurovision 2024. Those include pre-parties, they include reviews of some of which are already out on the songs, my personal reactions, and very importantly, these are personal views. Everybody has their own taste. You can have your own taste. I'm not going to tell you you have no taste. So it goes both ways. Everyone has their own taste, and you may not like it, but it's their taste. So with that said, let's kick off quite quickly, and I'll very briefly explain in a little bit how we're going to do this. But if you are interested in following more Eurovision content, including predictions, analysis, looking at the results when they come through from the semi-finals, I'll be in Malmo, so yeah, that'll be fun. If you're also interested in having some questions asked to the artists, please by all means reach out to me through my Instagram, which I will link probably at the end of the video or in the description below. And feel free to send some questions that you would like asked in Madrid, which is next weekend, and which is where I know I will have a chance to talk to some artists. Obviously, I'm most likely not going to get a chance to talk to artists that a lot of people will be around, so I'm not expecting to talk to Nebulosa nor Megara. So yeah, I'm kind of looking more at those artists that may not be so busy, let's say, with everyone trying to talk to them. I'm hoping to talk to Bambi Thug. I'm hoping to talk to Musti. I would love to talk to Nemo, although I feel it might be difficult. So yeah, let's any of the artists that are going to be in Madrid, fire over your questions. If I get a chance, I will ask them. So after Madrid, I will be in Amsterdam. I will be in Oslo, which is not a pre-party, but it's Eurovision people. And then I'll be in 2 weeks in Copenhagen and Malmo doing different Eurovision activities. I'll be rehearsals for semi-final 1, semi-final 2, and the jury final. And so yes, with that said, we're going to jump now into looking firstly at the running order and my prediction of the running order. And secondly, we are going to look at the potential qualifiers based off my running order. And running orders can change a lot. I expect that they will put the big 3 countries, Sweden, UK, and Germany, in some of the spots that are considered death spots. So I feel like they may put Sweden or even the UK in number 1 in number 2 or number 3 in the semi, because I think it's a good way to get rid of that stigma of 2-3 doesn't qualify, and also help the first half, because that first half is so stacked. You can see it there: Ukraine, Cyprus, Poland, Serbia, Lithuania, Croatia, Ireland. So stacked. So I think they need to put in Sweden and the UK, probably, or maybe Germany, actually, given the quality of the first half. Well, if you've seen my tier video, you see I really like Germany's song, but it's not grabbing the attention of a lot of people at the minute. So yeah, it could be a good option to put in the first half, and then, I don't know, Sweden's opening the second half, the final, so I don't see them being in second or at the start of the first half of the first semi-final. So unless you do decide Sweden opens both, but I doubt it. So the UK is a logical option to go in number 2 or 3. It's high enough in the odds that it's not going to hurt its chances. It'll give a chance for the people to hear the song. And I think Germany could potentially come in around between 6 and 7, maybe. And then Sweden come in towards the end of the second half, because I think they need to break up the second half with a little bit of a more mid to up tempo song. So yeah, they also obviously vote, and I'll talk about the voting at the end, and where I see the potential votes going and what that means for different countries. So with that said, let's jump in to starting with these running order predictions, and let's see where we get. Hello and welcome to my new abode in Gran Canaria, where it's a desert, but apparently it's raining. Yay. If you're new here, my name is Chris. Welcome to the channel. I am going through a number of different topics of Eurovision for this year. I've been doing a number of reactions. I'll be attending a number of pre-parties. So those are things that you are interested in following, please subscribe. It would mean the world to me. And also, if you like this video, give me a thumbs up. And when we're done, I will have some other questions for you as well. So, with only a week to go until the first pre-party of the year, and not yet, as far as I know, I haven't checked the internet in the past 2 hours, we do not have a running order for the semi-finals. So I am going to make a running order, and I am going to do my pre-party predictions of the semi-final qualifiers and borderlines and non-qualifiers. Yeah, and as you see, a semi-final one up first. In that we have Sweden, UK, and Germany voting. This is going to be hard. It's going to be hard. Let's have some background music while we're doing this. And just to cheer us up. Okay, so we keep that very much in the background, and now we're going to jump into this bloodbath. I haven't even made up my mind myself yet, so let's see where we get. So let's start on the first semi-final. I mean, what I want to do is try first to predict the running order, and then based on that, try and predict how easy the qualifiers are going to be. This is going to look strange on the screen. I know, I apologize, but it's just the way it is. I'm actually with a majority of people. I think that there's only one opener to the show, and I think that opener is Cyprus. Why did I change the one? There's no need to change the one. Then we have differences of opinions among people. People think that they might try to keep it upbeat, the show at the start, and then they might throw curveballs with different genres and stuff like that. I am actually thinking that it could be one of the either second or third could be one of the big three in the semi-final that are playing, to kind of destigmatize that position of second or third in the running order. But nevertheless, that's kind of irrelevant for this, but it does affect how I would put the next songs. So, given that all three artists are male, the songs are pretty, let's say, mainstream in different ways. There's the modern mainstream, there's the vocal powerhouse, there's the artistic mainstream, and of course, staging and whatever Marcus and Martinez did. So my prediction for number one is Cyprus. Number two, I am hesitating between Poland, Ukraine, and Serbia. I know a lot of people think that Ukraine and Serbia should probably be coming towards more 4, 5, 6. I think if the EBU really want to destigmatize these like running orders of like 2, 3, potentially 4, they need to put big acts in there. Um, and so for that reason, and because I think it's a safer bet to qualify, I'm probably going to change this, but I am going to put Ukraine at number 2 for now. Because I mean, Ukraine has 100% qualifying record. They're not losing that. That's clear. Number 3. Yeah, I always had Lithuania in as my number 3. Um, when I was looking at it, I don't actually think that will change. Yeah, I think Poland and Ukraine are too similar. Yeah, you need to get a male vocalist in there. I'm sticking with you, Lithuania as 3. Oh, it just disappeared. I undo that. Undo remove text box. Add there. So Lithuania number 3. Now it gets difficult. 4. We have Poland, Serbia, Croatia, Ireland. They have to be split. They have to be split up. Um, uh, okay, this will make sense in a bit, but I'm gonna put Serbia as 4. I'm going to put Ireland as 5, and I'm going to put Poland as 6, and Croatia to close out the first half and 7. I think it could be either way. I mean, honestly, I think Ireland could close out the half. I think that even Lithuania could close out the half, but I just don't see it. I think we need to split up the genres, and I think this could potentially work. So yeah, that's the first half. Now, moving on to the second half. This is even more difficult. Um, let's see where. Um, let's start with what could close the show. What could close the show is Finland, obviously. Um, I think Luxembourg could potentially close the show as a returning favor to them. Australia, I don't think it has enough to close out the show, but we know they're great artists. So if that's the case, mm, could be there. I don't think any of the rest of them will close. If we have Croatia 7, then we need to go softer on 8. Where's Serbia 4? Is it split enough for Luxembourg in it? No. Let's put Iceland in 8. 9. I mean, Iceland's kind of like an upbeat bop, a little bit dated, but still cool. Um, so let's see. Let's put Azerbaijan at 9. I mean, this is pure guesswork at this stage. Um, I would put Portugal at 10. Um, Then I think what do we have left? Finland. I'm putting Finland to close, so 15. Yeah, work. Fifth. Stupid thing. Okay. Let's see if I can do it this way. 15. I'm putting Finland to close. And I'll put then in that case Luxembourg 14. And yeah, I know Luxembourg, you have a long name. um, then we have 3 songs left. What order and genres and kind of balance do we have? We have Poland, Croatia, so Ireland, Poland, Croatia, Iceland. I would put Australia in 9. Yeah, Australia between Iceland and Portugal, I think is a good one. No, sorry, I already put Azerbaijan in 9 and Portugal in 10, so Australia can go 11 then. And that leaves, wait, that leaves Slovenia and Moldova. I think Moldova is going 12 and Slovenia is going 13. Oh, it's done the same thing again. Okay. Moldova 12, Slovenia 13. I feel like I have to split up Slovenia and Moldova a little bit though. But the second half is really difficult because it's a mix of similar-ish songs. What do we have? We have Portugal, Australia, Moldova, Slovenia, Luxembourg. Okay, we're getting more upbeat. It actually works. And maybe swap Australia, Moldova, I don't know. Portugal and Luxembourg need to be separated because of neighborly voting. They're not neighbors, I know, but just simply because most of Luxembourg is Portuguese. Um, are Finland a good closer, or do I change it with Luxembourg? What's before Luxembourg? Slovenia. Yeah, okay. Let's let Luxembourg close out the semi-final, and Finland can go 14. Okay, so that done. That's the running order, my running order that I've just made up. So we have essentially Cyprus kicking us off with Ukraine second, Lithuania third, Serbia fourth, Ireland fifth, Poland sixth, and Croatia seventh, Iceland eighth, Azerbaijan ninth, Portugal 10th, Australia 11th, Moldova 12th, Slovenia 13th, Finland 14th, and Luxembourg 15th. Okay, now comes the hard part. The green dots that we have here, they are, for me, certain qualifiers. There's no way they're not getting through. And the first green qualifier, certain qualifier, is, of course, Ukraine. If we go down through the first half, I mean, yeah, I mean, Serbia, I'm like 99.9% sure is qualifying. So Serbia. Lithuania, I mean, I'm maybe it's just because it doesn't appeal to me. I get that so many people love it. And I'm sure it will qualify. But I'm just not 100% sold that it will yet. So the next certain qualifier for me out of the first half is Croatia. Out of the second half, certain qualifiers. This is hard because the second half I really don't know. I think, I mean, yeah, Slovenia should be a certain qualifier. There's no question about that. Will it be? I don't know. Or will it be a casualty of this bloodbath of the semi? I don't know. But Finland is sailing through. There is no question. It's qualified. Then Portugal, Luxembourg, Australia, Azerbaijan, Moldova. With Portugal, if they're split well enough, as in this running order between Portugal and Serbia, I think they can very easily qualify. But um, I still am not clicking with the song, and this is my whole thing with Eurovision. If you're listening for the first time, if you don't click with the song, you are not going to pick up the phone to vote for it. Or you think, oh, I want to vote for that. I'm just not getting that with Portugal right now. So it's not certain. Iceland, not certain for sure. Slovenia is the closest thing to Finland on this that is certain for me. I am pretty sure Australia is qualifying too, because essentially they're going to. I think the reason that people are writing them off is essentially because they haven't been doing really any promo work. They're not doing the pre-parties like last year. They're not doing promo work on Eurovision stuff. Um, So, but I don't think that matters when it comes to the staging. Ultimately, there's 6 million people watching. A fraction of that are like in the fandom watching pre-parties, getting feedback, etc. So I do not have Australia as a dead cert, but I'm pretty sure it's qualifying. So this orange is going to be jam packed, jam packed. First one goes to Cyprus, and that's because the song is really upbeat. I think it'll appeal to a lot of people. In this semi-final, it doesn't have a lot of direct competition. Luxembourg is its direct competition, and if they go first and last, I mean, this makes me think Luxembourg and Cyprus aren't opening and closing because it's the same style of music. But yeah, if they go first and last, then sure, they've got a good chance of qualifying. I just think the song is a little bit generic. If you haven't heard the story behind the song, go and look it up. What happened when it wasn't picked to represent Greece last year? Not the song, the artist. Um, yeah, so Cyprus is orange, Poland is orange. Basically, my entire first half is orange. I don't see anyone out of the first half that doesn't have a chance of qualifying. I mean, Poland with a running order of six would actually be really positive. I think it already has a good chance of qualifying, but with that running order, I think it's pretty sure to go through. Lithuania, as I said, I'm 100% sure, well, 99.999% sure it qualifies. My question mark is over the running order. Does running order have an effect? Because this song should qualify and should be in the final. Does running order have an effect? And if it goes third, does it have an effect? We know Armenia with Brunette last year qualified for Future Lover from second in the second semi-final. So yeah, Ireland, who knows? Nobody has any idea. The kind of the way I'm like being Irish, obviously I'm very keen on the how it's received. I am finding that in Europe it's not being received that well, but in, for example, the Americas, people love it. So obviously Europeans are the majority of the votes. Um, it's definitely borderline. I can't call it. I just need Bambi to bring out what I know they're capable of in Malmo, and I think people are going to be in for a shock when they see Ireland in Malmo in a good way in terms of oh my gosh, they actually have a good voice. They're good. They're good singers. I think people are sleeping on Bambi's vocals. Again, Slovenia, same thing. In a lot of respects, it's kind of been lost because it was an early release. People aren't talking about it that much anymore. Everyone loves Raven, but yeah. Then Portugal, another orange, because yeah, I think it has a chance. I would put this around the same level as Ireland and Cyprus in terms of qualification chances. Luxembourg, same thing. I know I'm not being very clear with this, but I actually didn't think Luxembourg would qualify. I don't think the song is strong enough. Um, I worry for the age of the contestant and the performance on stage. In Malmo, I am a bit worried about Luxembourg qualifying. Um, Australia, same thing. Australia is definitely more in line with Lithuania, Slovenia as probable qualifiers. Probably should have divided these into two, but whatever. Azerbaijan don't see qualifying. So now we're on to the Reds. First one, Iceland. Sorry, Hera. It's just not. It's just not it this year. Wait, that's not what I meant to do. This is what I meant to do. I mean, Azerbaijan could well qualify. I have no idea, but I know it's an ethnic song, but there's not much hype around it. Azerbaijan, the televote in the past years hasn't done incredibly well. Yes, it's an Azerbaijani. I think people overestimate the language issue. So yeah, I don't. I don't see it right now for Azerbaijan. I just don't see it path, especially with that running order of ninth. Moldova, everyone knows never write off Moldova, never write off what they can pull off on the night. But this, I just feel like is just far too strong of a semi-final for them. No matter what stops they pull out, like they can't do the Trenotool thing. They can't have this bombastic band like there. They can do something with the violins, but I mean, they're not. Natalia is not Alexander Rybak. Um, just break violin strings all over the place. Um, so yeah, this is kind of how open this first semi-final is and how I see it for now. It's and in terms of voting, I mean, you have to consider that Sweden, UK, and Germany are voting. Whereas Sweden voting, I don't actually see them voting that highly for Finland, but it'll definitely probably be top three. Ukraine maybe, Croatia definitely will get votes from Slovenia. I don't think a lot of people realize, but Bambi Thug is half Swedish. Sweden are giving Ireland votes. Um, I can also see points for Veronica, maybe a couple for Iceland and Australia. I actually think Australia might get very high points with Sweden. Um, and Lithuania. Yeah, I that's kind of where I see Sweden's points going to. The UK, I mean, sure, Ireland, yes, Croatia for sure. Then Australia, maybe. I'm not sure, but I mean, yeah. Let's see with Australia and the UK. UK is generally very favorable towards Australia. This song is just something we need to see live. UK will definitely give a lot of points to Poland and Lithuania, as will Ireland, because of diaspora voting. Germany, where did Germany's points go? Lux, yeah, Luxembourg, maybe. I don't know. Finland, Serbia, uh, well, Poland, Ukraine will swap points. And then the Balkans, you have Serbia, Croatia, Slovenia, they'll swap points. Ireland will give points to Lithuania, Poland, probably Moldova, weirdly, in the sense of just the song quality, not the fact that Ireland always gives points to Moldova. And probably Portugal actually as well. And yeah, no, sorry, the UK will definitely give points to Finland. So yeah, then you kind of go who when you look through like who gives points to who, you're like who are the people that are losing out televote wise? Azerbaijan, Australia, quite a lot, apart from the UK and Ireland. Luxembourg, apart from Portugal. Uh, Portugal, apart from Luxembourg. Um, Iceland, apart from maybe Sweden and Finland. Yeah, maybe Ireland, but who knows? Slovenia, no, that's fine. Ireland, again, I said it's borderline. I still think it's borderline. We have a good chance of getting low points across the board and a few high points. Croatia, I mean, it'll get points from everyone. Lithuania has voting buddies in Ireland, UK, Poland, Ukraine. Yeah, Lithuania will be fine. Serbia again, the usual suspects. Plus, I think Sweden will appreciate Serbia. Um, Poland again, neighborly voting and cultural voting from Lithuania, etc. Cyprus doesn't have a lot of allies, does it? Girl Bop fans. Uh, Poland, given last year. Poland, maybe. I don't know, maybe the UK and Ireland. I see the UK as a kind of a natural ally to Cyprus in voting, and this song, picks up, and Australia because she's Australian. So yeah, Ukraine. I mean, across you know, the European continent, Ukraine will get votes. So yeah, I think that's where I'm going to end. I'm not changing any colors. I'm leaving it like that for now. After Madrid, I'm going to probably reduce the number of oranges. But that's where I stand for now. And yeah, so I will. Hopefully, the rain in Gran Canaria stops and I can actually go and get a tan because I need a tan for Madrid pre-party. It's very important. Very important. All right, guys, thanks for tuning in, and hope you have a wonderful day. And don't forget to like, subscribe, come join the conversation. As I said, the subscriptions really help me. Um, I'm, not that far off the minimum number of subscribers to be able to kind of, let's say, get more access to the behind the scenes. No, I don't care about behind the scenes. I want to talk to the artists about their art. I actually, despite what this video is about, I actually don't really care that much about the results. I care about the artists being able to showcase their art to millions, if not hundreds of millions of people if they reach the final. So for me, those are the key things for me. And I am not going in there going, hey, so do you think you'll qualify? That is not my style. That's not what I do. I don't care. Of course, personally, when I watch it, I care. But for an interview or for talking to artists about different things, I want to learn more about what they're going through with the Eurovision experience. So your subscriptions really help. Your views really help. Thank you guys, everyone that has engaged so far, positively or negatively. I know the last video there were a number of negative comments. I explained in the last video why I'm not getting into that. I'm not going to explain it again. If you missed it, I would recommend go back and watch it rather than just leave a comment at the bottom making it clear that you haven't watched what I said. So, with that said, that will conclude my predictions of the first semi-final. Next up, running order and predictions of the second semi-final, first pre-party. See you soon.